All praises to the Most High. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today, we will be exploring how Yahuwah sends warning signs through the natural world, through the climate, the heavens, the seas and rivers, earthquakes, and fires. We will look at various scriptures from our holy manuscript that highlight these signs from the Master of Creation. Extreme weather patterns. When we hear news or reports about the changes in our weather patterns, we are told it is Mother Nature. Yet some make statements like, it was an act of God. Clearly, the Bible tells us this is all driven by the hand of the Most High. It is He who controls all things in heaven and on earth. Leviticus 26 verses 32 to 33 tells us this. And I will bring the land to desolation, and your enemies who dwell in it shall be astonished at it. I will scatter you among the nations and draw out a sword after you. Your land shall be desolate and your cities waste. Deuteronomy 28 verses 23 to 24 says this. And your heavens which are over your head shall be bronze, and the earth which is under you shall be iron. Yahuwah will change the rain of your land to powder and dust. From the heaven it shall come down on you until you are destroyed. Let's watch this video and come right back.
The world is facing extreme weather conditions this year, with climate change posing as the biggest challenge currently. From flash floods to scorching heat, different parts of the world are grappling with erratic weather conditions. Now, India's capital, New Delhi, which has been reeling under severe heat wave conditions over the past few days, is slowly shifting from red alert to orange alert now. The Met Department has said that the severe heat wave conditions in northwest and central India is expected to diminish gradually from May 30th. While some parts of India were facing heat wave, Cyclone Remal unleashed its fury in the northeastern part of the country. Parts of Pakistan and Russia have also been reeling with heat, while thunderstorms have ravaged Texas, which has left thousands without power. In Brazil, thousands of people have been displaced after the catastrophic floods, and people are living under precarious conditions.
The land becoming desolate, a clear reference to environmental devastation. This can be seen in the drastic climate changes we witness today. The changing climate, with extreme weather events, can be seen as a sign from Yahuwah. Signs in the heavens. Luke 21 verse 25 reads like this. And there will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and on the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Joel 2 verses 30 to 31 says this. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the coming of the great and awesome day of Yahuwah. Let's watch this video and come right back.
Love.
Total solar eclipse passed over North America, putting on a dramatic show that was visible to millions of people across the continent. Millions of people craned their necks, tilted their heads to the sky, and watched in wonder as the day turned to night. Our next report has further details about this celestial phenomenon. Take a look.
North America's first total eclipse in 7 years started off in Mexico on Monday. For many, the rare event was moving.
A lot of emotion, a desire to embrace the family. We were cold, it was not warm, thanks to the world and the universe.
Thousands gathered in the beachside resort town of Mazatlan, the first major viewing spot along this year's Path of Totality, a 115-mile-wide stretch from Mexico's Pacific coast through Texas and across 14 other states into eastern Canada.
Folks, enjoy the eclipse, but play it safe. Don't be silly.
U.S. President Joe Biden reminded social media followers about eye safety as millions of skywatchers gathered all over the U.S. for the celestial display. About 32 million people in the United States live within the path of totality, and many more were able to observe a partial solar eclipse. Crowds in Arlington, Texas cheered as the moon crept slowly but surely in front of the sun, briefly blocking out all but a brilliant halo of light or corona.
Oh my God, it was really amazing. Yeah, it was an experience I've never felt before. When it got totally dark, I literally was like screaming the whole time. I actually cried a little tear or two because it was like overwhelming. It was amazing.
Yahuwah uses the heavens to communicate with us. Eclipses, blood moons, and other celestial events can be seen as his signs. These verses emphasize that these signs will precede other events that are coming upon the earth, also serving as warnings to the nations to repent. Throughout history, celestial phenomena have been perceived as significant messages from the divine. For instance, the star that appeared to guide the wise men to the birthplace of Yahushua, Matthew 2 verse 2, was a celestial sign indicating a momentous event. Likewise, the darkening of the sun during the crucifixion, Luke 23 verses 44 to 45, symbolized the gravity of that sacrifice. Let's watch this quick video and come right back.
Hurricane Beryl has strengthened into a top-level Category 5 storm after it swept across several islands in the southeastern Caribbean, dumping heavy rain and unleashing devastating winds. The U.S. National Hurricane Center said Beryl is now the earliest Category 5 storm in the Atlantic on record and has developed into a potentially catastrophic hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 260 kilometers per hour. Early in the day, Grenada's Cadicu Island took a direct hit from the storm's extremely dangerous eye wall with sustained winds upwards of 150 miles. Nearby islands, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines, also experienced catastrophic winds and life-threatening storm surge. Grenada's prime minister said that the government was working to get relief supplies to both Cadicu and the island of Petite Martinique.
Union Island has been devastated. The reports that I have received indicate that 90% of the houses have been severely damaged or destroyed.
Disturbances in the seas and rivers. Revelation 8 verses 8 to 9 tells us this. Then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and a third of the sea became blood. And a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Psalm 107 verses 23 to 25 says this. Those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on great waters, they see the works of Yahuwah, and his wonders in the deep. For he commands and raises the stormy wind, which lifts up the waves of the sea. Let's watch a quick video and come right back.
What lies below the Earth's surface? The crust, the mantle filled with hot lava, the deep and bubbling hot core? Yes, all of that is true, but there is also something else there. Scientists have found an ocean under the Earth's surface, a massive one at that. Sounds staggering, right? Let me tell you all about it. The discovery has been made some 700 kilometers deep into the Earth. The ocean lies just above the lower mantle in something called the mantle transition zone. The water is present in a rock known as ringbudite. And do you know how big this ocean is? About 3 times the volume of all the planet's oceans combined. So if you take all of the Earth's oceans and triple them, that is the amount of water discovered inside the Earth. Now the question is, how does this water get there? Was it present when our planet was formed, or did it appear due to some process that happened later? Now, according to the findings presented in a 2014 scientific paper, the water cycle extends deep into the Earth's interior. Scientists believe the oceanic crust slides under adjoining plates of crust and sinks into the mantle, carrying water with it.
They have now concluded that there is a mantle transition zone that acts as a large reservoir of water. That is because the minerals in this zone have a high water storage capacity. Consider ringwoodite. The rock in which the ocean has been found, it has a crystal structure that attracts hydrogen. It is basically like a sponge which soaks up water. Researchers also studied earthquakes to make this discovery. They deployed an extensive network of 2,000 seismographs across the US and scrutinized seismic waves emitted by over 500 earthquakes.